Alright, welcome back to another day trading recap video. I'm going to review my trades on Thursday, April 21st, which was yesterday. I finished the day up $77.35. I traded a couple different stocks, CRXT, CYN, and MDVL. So let's jump in and review the trades. So on CRXT, yesterday, the day before, we had a huge run up, which I missed. I didn't trade any of that front side, and which was like a huge move, but then I had a hard backside move. So I thought that their shorts were aggressive on this. It was either going to be late short sellers jumping on this a little bit too late because there's no lower high until after it broke VWAP. So I thought maybe there would be some late short sellers in here in this level under $3, or on this pop here to ride it lower. So I thought today we would have a a squeeze through 2.6 up to $3, somewhere between where the bag holders are going to be cutting their losses on a bounce, and late short sellers getting squeezed out of their position. So I thought we would top around $3, but we didn't end up getting it, and I got faked out a couple times. So here I jumped on for the break of 258, which was the previous high in the range, and I scalped it for a couple cents, and then I held a core position, but this area got stuffed and I took it off at 263. Then I added on a pullback, maybe would see another move back up to 2.7 and scalp that for a browse a scratch trade. And then here I bought off the 90 EMA to see, maybe we'd continue the front side, but nope. We broke down under the 90 EMA, and the volume just wasn't there. It just started declining, and yeah, I closed that off for a scratch trade as well. And then here we got some volume back up, so I thought this was going to be it. And so I added on this pullback looking for another strong move towards the highs. And then this level got stuffed. I actually got shaken out on this candle, it seems like. So I missed that whole pop there. That's a nice 10-cent pop. That was a nice 5%, 3 to 5% move, potential move, and I missed that. So that's a quite unfortunate that it happened, but... And then at the open, I thought we would see, a red to green move. So I was trading, on the reclaim of the 90 EMA, looking for a move higher. And I got shaken out a little bit on this candle here. It was just really choppy. And then I added that back at 259, all the way back up here, looking for a move through 2.7 and then up to 3. And then this huge candle, I immediately just closed, no questions asked, and actually got a good fill on that, on the sell there. So I added, doubled my position at 5.9 on this candle, looking for the move higher, but then it reversed and flushed, and I immediately closed off for a small loss. No questions asked. If I would have held that even longer, I would have got another 10-cent loss on that on a $2 stock, which is a lot. And then here, I thought it was just a fake out, so I thought it was just a fake out to panic the longs and then continue the move up. And so I added back at 5.8, 2.58, trying to look for that move past 2.6 and squeeze up to 2.7. And usually these types of moves that have like a big flash down and then it recovers within the next first 1 to 2 candles, those usually have epic squeezes because they trap shorts here. Shorts are getting in on here. They're shorting the lower of this candle, and then immediately they're underwater, and then they're starting to panic out, and then longs are jumping in, and those are like the best squeezes ever. So I was getting very aggressive, actually. I was looking to add even more as it was breaking this level, but it got stuffed, and I had to take it off because there was more resistance, and it was no longer in play anymore because this candle was closing below this high. So I took that off. For a small loss as well. And that was it on CRXT. I didn't trade that at all after that. Then CYN was another stock that I traded. CRN. This one was a really good one. So pre-market, This was a very tight cup and handle, or you could say like a tight ABCD pattern. So I was kind of scalping this range here, and then I was thinking that we would see a bigger pullback here under this this bottom of 268, just to probe the area and see if there's any demand under there. However, it didn't even go under that level; it just started ripping up, and I had to jump on this kind of late. I got shaken out, I guess, here, and then I added for the breakout of the 194 level. So I was adding all the way up here from my position when I could have been adding down here, which because I was expecting a bigger pullback, but instead I should have just had my starter here, because I had my thesis that it was going to be an ABCD pattern. So as soon as I had that, I should have put in a starter here. If it pulled back, I would have added more. If it didn't, then I would be adding more as it was rising up. So I got in kind of late at 291 and took some off at the breakout for break even, unfortunately. And then I added on a pullback and then sold some at 193. And then I got a nice sell up here on this wick up to $2, 197, 194. But I did get stuffed, so not all my fills are that good. But I was still able to walk away with some profits. Then here on the pullback, I was trying to add off VWAP and then a reclaim of the 9 EMA, but it kind of didn't happen either, so close that one off for a scratch. Then here we're rising back up over the 9 EMA, retesting the 9 EMA. Oh my god, what is this? Okay. So as we were retesting this 9 EMA, I was getting more aggressive here for the move back over $2. Scalped it for a couple cents there, and then held and added back for $2 and rode that up. Got some fills at 204, got some at 201. And then at that point at the open, I was up maybe about, I was thinking I was up about $50 green. And then here at the open, this is where I made a good chunk of my profits. So at the open, I was looking for the break of the previous high, which was this candle here at 211. And I was adding at 206 and 205, 204. As price was holding this level above the 9 EMA, and it was refusing to flush down, and I could just feel like every time shorts were piling on to try to get a flush move at the open, it would just immediately reclaim the topping tail wick. So I felt that it was strong, so I was adding in aggressively, and then I was scaling out the breakout. However, sometimes it breaks out and then it pulls back immediately. So I got some fills at 213 and then the rest 209, 205. So not all the best fills there. Then I added back on the pullback and then the break of 214 again, which is the new high for a front side move. And I was able to sell the rest at a profit. So that was actually a really good move for 900 shares at $2. That's $1,800 position size. And then I was adding back more aggressively, another 100 shares. And then I scaled out, on the unfolding of this breakout, which was good. And that's where I made, I was up about $80 or so. And then the rest, I started giving back. Here was a scratch trade. Here was also a good one. And I made some profit on this one here on the pullback. So we got a 1 minute red to green candle on the dip. This is an ABCD pattern as well. As you can see, the A is pulling back to the VWAP, and then you got that the higher low here, and then you have the pivot point at 214. So this is the ABCD pattern. So it's going to be A, B, and then it's going to be C. It's going to be A, B, C, and then D. So on the B part, that's where I want to be sizing in for the break of the pivot. So I put in my starter at the B for the higher low, which is going to obviously show support here. Look at this huge candle. It went from red to green. So this shows a lot of support. And I put in my starter, adding higher for the break of the pivot, adding for the break of the pivot. You can choose to take some profit here because not all the time it's going to break out and run. So I did take some profit here, but then I added back for the break of the highs. It was showing strength, and then I was taking it off at 226 and at 228. This was also very aggressive trading for me. Another $1,800 position size, and I was able to capture some more profits there as well. And then up here, there's a lot of chop. I was thinking we were going to get a break of this level here. It's kind of like a flat top breakout, another ABCD pattern, but this one faded, and I was able to get out of it before the flush, because I can see that on the volume, look at, there was divergence here. So the price was going up, but volume was decreasing. That's not a good sign that there's going to be continuation. And so this was the breakdown here, and we had a hard backside back down to VWAP, and then here I thought we'd get a nice bounce as soon as we reclaim VWAP on this red to green candle. I took it off at 219 for a nice scalp there, but it was backside. So on these kind of backside moves, I don't want to be sizing in too much. I don't want to be in that 800 shares or that $2,000 position size here, because that would be risking everything that I just made here on the front side. So on these types of backside moves, these are my B, C quality setups. I don't want to be sizing in here. I want to be taking, smaller position sizes and taking my profits quicker. But that's just my strategy. Some people, are different. So that's everything. I had one trade on MDVL. I thought we would squeeze through the highs because it did squeeze through the highs. I just missed it. I thought it was going to happen here. So here you can see there's like a bull flag on the 5-day or the 10-day chart. So I thought we were going to break that level. And I was just thinking too soon. I had the right idea, but I was just thinking too soon. Here he broke out. I thought we were going to run because volume was increasing here on this candle. I thought we were going to break through 3, which we did. However, it didn't hold, so I had to close it off for a small loss. But this is just a starter position. If we would have kept running up towards the highs, then I would be aggressively adding. It was just very choppy, so there wasn't really much moves in here. But I guess you could have got a move through the breakout on this level here, because this was the break of the previous high. So you could be sizing into a pullback right under the previous high and then taking it off. Look at that nice candle there. That is a nice 4% gain potentially. And then as it reclaimed this level here, you could add a potential nice another 5% move there. But if you're thinking you're going to get more continuation, look at this move. If you got caught in that, you would have been giving it all back, and potentially more. So not as strong as I thought it would be. I thought this would really squeeze out, but I guess it didn't turn out that way. But all in all, very nice day, base hit. Everything is looking good on my P&L, making new highs. Volume is increasing. My daily volume is increasing consistently. My daily P&L is increasing consistently, and my cumulative P&L is increasing consistently. So everything is pointing up and in the right direction. Right now, it's just about being disciplined and not becoming overconfident. I had 2 really nice green days, and the most important thing right now is to not expect to have those days every day, because if I'm going to be overconfident and thinking that I'm going to be hitting it out of the park like I did the past 2 days, that's where you can really get yourself in a big red day, or just revenge trading if you take a loss and not accepting small red days. Usually big red days for me end up because I'm not able to accept a small red day. It's not very often where I go from 0 on the day to max loss in one trade. Usually it happens over a series of trades, and after I make a couple losses in a row and I'm about like halfway the red, if I'm not willing to accept that I'm going to end up red, and I'm going to just keep getting more and more aggressive to try to get back green, those are the days that it's going to be, I'm going to be past my max loss. And those are the days that I want to avoid, and they're easily avoidable if I'm just willing to accept a small red day, that 5% red day, rather than having a 10 or 15% red day. If I can accept the 5% red day, then I will never need to go down past my max loss to 15 or 20% red like I had on, at this time, $116 loss I just gave back. That's like my biggest red day compared to any green day. In comparison, if you erase all of this, this is a 10%, 15% red day. Now, this is a 5% red day. I would consider it, considering that I had a $200 day, $135 day. So my position size is much bigger. But yeah, I don't want to be trading past max loss for sure. Just got to manage my confidence right now because my account's making new highs. I don't want to be overconfident and sizing into bad setups or trying to get green on a bad momentum day or not a strong market day. All right, so that's it. I'm going to call it there for my day trading recap yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys got any value, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys today, actually, or I don't think I'll have time to do it today. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe today for their day trading recap for Friday, which is today. All right, see you then. Peace.